Hi all, and thanks for watching. In this video, I just want to give you a walkthrough of my new Sim Settlement 2 city plan, and it's Kingsport Lighthouse, KingsVil. Now, just a bit about this mod. It's available here on Nexus mods, and it is part of the Sim Settlements city plan contest. Now, if you'd like to check that out, or check out other mods that are involved in the contest, or any information about Sim Settlements 2, I will leave a link under the video there, and you can check that out. There's some really fabulous work there, and you can look it over, talk on the forums and such. But anyways, let's get back to the city plan itself. So as I said, this is Kingsport Lighthouse, and this is Kingsvil. Now, I've called it the home of the lighthouse keepers, and it features 20 plots, including a caravan plot, allowing it to be a part of the caravan network and connect with other communities. And this is a lore-friendly game edition. And as the lighthouse keeper, the home and all the town are at your disposal. So just a bit about it. KingsVil was created to house the lighthouse keepers, and the people that are a part of it, being much like Far Harbor, the descendants of the families that tended to the lighthouse and the port have long needed a place to call home. This is their new home, and you their benefactor. You are the new lighthouse keeper, given the fully restored and upgraded home of the lighthouse keepers, a home used by those who throughout history have kept this landmark and lighthouse beacon alive. A beacon of light helping travelers on their way. The town and community work together at keeping this part of history alive. And then it just goes on to talk a bit more about the community and the defenses, various things. Now, it is a fully self-sufficient community, and it does support up to 17 settlers, having 17 beds, 16 beds from the residents, plus the one from the player's home. And as you can see, this is the outline here. I do my stages based on a 4x settler ratio. So stage 0 through 3 will add 4 additional spots each stage and support that many settlers. And I'm just going to actually go in and we'll take a walkthrough of the actual settlement so you can have a look at what I'm talking about here. Now, welcome to Kingsvil. So as I was saying, this is a landmark community built around the lighthouse, and it's based on the descendants of the surrounding area, the port, and the lighthouse keepers. So I wanted to keep it looking fairly nice, as considering landmarks and such, normally they try to keep them looking nice in that area, as it's an attachment that people have, and I kind of wanted to create that illusion. So here we have just a mailbox. I do that with most of my vills, just to show that they're connected in some way. And here is the recreational facility for endurance to increase farming. Now, this is the outdoor advanced plot, and there are 3 other plots in the upper greenhouse. I will take you through the actual lighthouse keeper's home here in just a sec. But here we have, as you can see, each area has rails and such set up around them, and that's so that they have proper pathing in order to reach all the correct areas. And I wanted to raise the actual town off the ground so that it doesn't interfere with pathing and makes the actual town look a lot more open. So as you can see here, you can go underneath and you can basically look over the entire area here. And if you go up to the actual residential units here, I built railings behind and in front so that they can actually reach all the pathing areas that they need in order to get into their residence. And again, as you can see, you can see quite far from the area, and there are defenses up here which will shoot down over the rocks at any enemies coming this way. And then we have a back entrance and it's also guarded. This is your materials facility, and then we have the workbenches in various areas around the home. One here, and of course there's the other, and you actually want to go inside to the workshop here. You'll find another, and if you go up here you'll find the clinic, and it's been set up with a chem station so that you can do that, and then it's also been set up as a sitting area for the actual clinic. And here's what provides the power to your community. This and the solar panels, which are mounted here and over behind the lighthouse. I'll show you that once I show you the other residents. Now this is the greenhouse, and it's been set up, and as you can see, you get that view. You can still see around the surrounding area. You can look right up at the lighthouse there, and I've kind of built it all up around here to make it look like it's been in use as well. Each of the seating, I've checked them so that mannerisms and such kind of go along with the game. So watch, as she gets up, it will look like she's putting her hand on the actual kind of cabinet here. And I tried to get those little things in, so I went around and just tested each one as I placed them to make sure that all of it would work properly. And we'll just go down here, and if you go through here, now the fountain works here, and here is your Sim Settlements 2 workstation in the little cubby here with a Nuka-Cola fridge and such, and it's connected right to your bedroom, and you have a washroom here and shower, as well as a working sink. And I put a sliding door on each so that way you don't have the door kind of hanging in the way of everything. And it seemed to fit all right with the actual interior. Now here's the bedroom. You have your bed, and then you have a dresser you can use in the desk or the locker in the corner. You can store things there. The computer terminal does work, and you can load holotapes into that. And I just kind of set up a few things to kind of make it feel homey. A little kind of sports display there, some baseball paraphernalia and other things. And then of course I wanted to make it look like he was reading some comics, as the character mentions that Grognik is actually his favorite at the beginning of the game, so kind of keeping with the lore. Now if you go down here, you have the living room, dining room, kitchen, and den. So here's your den, and this is the actual computer that was here when you arrived. So it does have some stuff on it, and you can use it. And I also kind of wanted to make it lived in. And of course, being the lighthouse keeper's home, they would take things from history and kind of try and collect those together to make it look like a community home. And I have a radio. I have one of these up in the lighthouse to kind of make it look like the lighthouse communicates with the main home. And I have working radios. The bobblehead stand and magazine rack allows you to kind of add to the interior if you'd like. And here is the kitchen, and I've kind of set everything out so it will support the community. And you have a fridge here and your sink area and such. Now once you go back over here, we'll go into the lighthouse, and because it's a functioning lighthouse, you don't want to have too much clutter, so I kind of set it up the way I would expect a lighthouse if I was to go and see it at one of the trails or something, lighthouse trail. It would just be set up to make it look like it was still operational, but not too cluttered. So I kind of just put in like displays of ships and a bit of clutter on each level as you go up. I did light the windows, so at night the lighthouse is lit all the way to the top on both sides. And again, another display here with the submarine. And then you get up to the top and you would just have a little lookout area with the radio to contact the main home if they should notice something. And of course, the lighthouse itself, the beacon is automatic, so they would just basically keep an eye out. And you can see down to the dock and the boardwalk here, and I'll take you down to that area next after I show you the rest of the upper area in the corner there before going down. So we'll just have a quick look around, and you can basically see the whole town by just walking around. There's the solar panels I was talking about, and I don't think you can quite see them from here. We'll go down and have a look. So let's just head down, and I'll show you the rest of it, including the docks and boardwalk and the captain's stash, which is actually a little restaurant that I kind of set up at the bottom there. So it doesn't really have anyone assigned to it, but if you wanted to assign someone to it, I'm sure you could. Now, as far as the other solar panels, see, the residents here have front and back access to make sure that all the pathing works, and a sitting area here, and here's the other solar panels set up in the corner here. And then again, you have a view of the docks and boardwalk, and there's the captain's stash. So let's just head back down. So the caravan network, and just a sitting area next to them. And I wanted to make it look like they had some wood for keeping that burning, so I just put some back there. And here we have the beach and dockside access. So there's the water plot with some defense. And I actually set this up with a kind of dock area behind with a ladder going down and a boat here chained to the dock. And of course a fishing rod and bucket. No, I didn't really make any changes to the ship itself. I just left that as was, seeing as I was kind of getting tight on space, and I didn't really find that that was essential to the way I was building this. So we do have some more defenses down here on the beach, just to cover this area here. And this is the boardwalk, and it's been set up with some seating and such. And my thought was that by having the bar here in the center, as the settlers collect around the bar, they would spread out onto the seating, and then hopefully up into the captain's stash up here. And this is what I did with the kind of boathouse that was here. I originally thought of making it a home for the player, but then came up with this, seeing as I restored the main home. So you can go in here, and there's seating along the side, and it's been set up to kind of look like a small coastal restaurant. And you can go in behind the counter here, and this actually works, as well as the Nuka-Cola fridge, so you can use those. And again, with the seating, I made it so that if you're sitting here and when you get up, you will put your hand on the counter as if you look like you're lifting yourself. And then we'll head back here into the dock and fishing area, and that's where they would store their fresh catch of the day if they're going to freeze them. And again, there's the dock area over there, and here they have their fishing equipment and tables set up that would supply the captain's stash. And down here we have a fishing area, which you can actually access from up top here, or as you saw, I just walked down, and you can sit here if you'd like. Just a little kind of nice spot to sit. Nice view. And of course your fishing rod and tackle box. So that's pretty much my town here, and I'll just kind of do a quick run around. As you can see, there's lots of defenses. I made sure that you had cover basically from all sides, and it has the wall and sandbags, and again you can go underneath here and you have a fairly good view of all the surrounding area, and you can enjoy that view from pretty much anywhere in the town. Now hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, but we'll just take one more quick walkthrough. Okay, this is the shed area, I guess your workshop, with your benches and your clinic, your SS2 workstation, and upstairs the greenhouse, your bedroom, bathroom, dining room, kitchen, your den, and your living room. And now these seats here you can also sit on. So as I said, I've checked everything, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. There's always the chance that I could have, but everything should work properly, including like the water use, all the animations and stuff like that should all work. And again, it is connected through the caravan network, so it will connect with my other Vils, which I do have 4 at the moment, and I'm working on a 5th one, and I will do other videos for those. So hopefully you enjoyed this walkthrough, and if there are any questions, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will leave links and such if you're interested in adding this to your communities. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you again.